Hello everyone, I'm back with another update here. I'm here in Ontario, California. As you can see, the sun is setting through considerable amount of smoke up in the atmosphere. So their fires are still burning, probably will be for some time, up in the surrounding mountains. But right here it's not too bad. There is a lot of smoke up there, but not really much at the surface. It seems like it's cleared a little bit. I can see the mountains again. Off in the distance there is a breeze springing up, coming in off the water, so that is, I think that's helping to thin it out a little bit. Today is September 14th. I did get the issue corrected yesterday with being into the inspection station. I got the delivery done not till late afternoon, but it did get done that day. Finally got out of there at 12:30. But that put me late in the afternoon on Friday. I still had to get the brake situation on the trailer corrected. I got that yesterday. They couldn't do anything with the truck yesterday because they could not get the parts. Everybody was closed. So either I could stay tomorrow and see if the dealer can get me in, because they said the bushings were bad, all four of them. So I'd have to do that in addition to the cab shocks. And this place here can't do them. I have to go to a dealer to have that done. So I'm going to see if maybe they can get me in tomorrow. If they can't, I'm just going to get another load out of here and try to get somewhere where I can have it done timely. I don't want to sit around too long. I need to make some money back here. Interesting news with the building. The code inspector, I heard, got fired. I don't know why he got fired. I asked why. He didn't know why. So there is a new code inspector. So now I'm asking myself, is this a whole new ball game here, or is it just going to be a continuation of building having to be shut down, or is this guy going to deal differently with it? I really don't know. This other person's still interested in buying. He only is offering $10,000 though. It's better than nothing, but I don't know if the complexion of this situation changes and I can buy some time on this building. I'm still leaning toward getting rid of it, however, even if it changes. But for only $10,000, well, again, it's better than a total loss. But apparently he has found an electrician that's interested. So I guess he's wanting to split it with the electrician and one other person, I think. But they were supposed to call me back today. This other person who he found, he hasn't called me back. So I don't know where that's going to go. So update on the tropics. There is a lot of talk going on about the tropics right now. In reality, though, it's not as busy as they make it out to be. Of course, they're trying to make this out to be a record fire season, a record tropical season, to prove their point that runaway global warming is in place and we don't do anything, we're all going to perish in 10 more years type thing. In reality, the tropics at the moment are not hugely busy. We got one Paulette, which looked like yesterday it was going to dissipate. It was moving rapidly westward to the east of Bermuda, heading that way. Looks like it is going to affect Bermuda by tomorrow with strong winds and maybe some rain, but it doesn't look like it's a huge system, at least as far as the heavy rain or wind. It looks like it's a very small system. Shouldn't be too bad on Bermuda, I don't think. It's turning to the northwest. It looked like it was going to go south of Bermuda, but it is starting. There's a front just north of there that's pulling it up northward now. Probably going to make a sharp turn to the east, back to the east once it gets past Bermuda. No threat, as I said days ago, to North America. The other one, as I've said, totally dissipated. That other system that was to the east of it. Then all the talk of the Gulf of Mexico and what is it, Sally in the Gulf of Mexico is going to become a Cat 2 hurricane, hit New Orleans, and I've been very closely watching the evolution of this system, and up till now there has not really been any intensification, and it is closing in on Pensacola, Florida, heading that way. It's not, to me, it doesn't look like it's heading toward New Orleans. It looks like it's heading toward Pensacola, Florida, because the eddy which was creating the easterly flow along the Gulf Coast, it was an eddy in the western Gulf of Mexico, and that eddy is moving westward, coming onshore south of Brownsville, Texas. There's no weather to it, just some showers around it. But that was a huge circulation. It was creating an easterly flow along the Gulf Coast. And I guess the models were thinking that that easterly flow was going to take this system toward New Orleans. But now the winds along the Gulf Coast are shifting to more southerly because that eddy is moving away, and there's a front coming down from the north. It's over Mississippi, moving into Alabama, and that front looks like it's going to pick it up and turn this system up toward Alabama. It will move, looks like it's going to move into Pensacola tomorrow. I don't feel it's going to be a huge catastrophe. It may be a little bit of wind, some heavy rain. I think more concern is the heavy rains it's probably going to generate. It's not moving very fast, but it may pick up speed. Once it interacts with this front, it probably is going to pick up some speed, head up through Alabama, turn to the east along that front, affect the Tennessee Valley, and eventually the Middle Atlantic with some rainfall this week, early, probably around Tuesday. However, I do not see this system becoming a Cat 2 hurricane at this point. The solar wind is still down below 350. It did come up a bit earlier today. It's kind of fluctuating, but it is staying below 350 right now, and the window is closing for this system, the Sally, to intensify, and they are missing that very important element in their forecasts. I do not follow models. I do not look at any models. I look at the satellite, see what the atmosphere is doing, and I make a projection based on what I see actually happening. And again, my call on Sally is it's going to make landfall probably tomorrow afternoon in Pensacola. I don't think New Orleans is going to get affected by this system at all. They have a hurricane warning in place, which I think was jumping the gun. They should have just kept it a watch because the system isn't a hurricane. It's not really intensifying. They should not have put a warning out until the system definitely starts intensifying and definitely makes a move toward New Orleans, which it still has not really done. Now, in the eastern Atlantic, there are a couple of huge, big systems, large in coverage. One of them the circulation covers probably over 1,500 miles. And again, it does look like there was convection near the center of it on the last few hours, which could be related to that slight jump in the solar wind earlier today. I'm not sure, though, on that. The other system to the east of that looks like it's getting pulled up into a trough over the far eastern Atlantic. So really we have that one system now that's the big one sprawled out over a big area of the eastern Atlantic. It is gradually moving west. I don't anticipate it's going to develop, at least over the next several days anyway. Hard to say what it will do when it gets closer to the Caribbean. Again, from my theory, it depends on what the solar wind does. If the solar wind stays where it is, doesn't go up between now and then, it's probably not going to amount to much either. I know I'm downplaying a lot of stuff, but this season, we've only had one major hurricane so far. They did call Paulette in the Atlantic a hurricane. At best, it was a minimal, and the reason it may have been a hurricane on the north side of the system, it was moving so rapidly to the west that just that motion alone increased the winds on the north side of the system, maybe enough to get it up to 75. I kind of think it was just a tropical storm, maybe a Cat 1 at most. I did say in my last video I would not be surprised if there were no more hurricanes this season. That I didn't say there definitely wasn't going to be. But I said I would not be surprised. So that's going to be it with this video. I will be back soon.